Hey, shalom, 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 lakam, which is peace unto you all. Hi, Rob Tawab, La, Thumbs, Yekam, Yawam, and Chagadol, Charlotte, which is good evening. This is your brother Yawam from the GMS camp in Charlotte. Nachamatam, Kaya, Hamalaka, Tashamayim, Kwa Repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Call Layim La, La, Banawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruchagodash, Wamashana, La, Zakwanim, Na, Wamalakim, Shur, Chagadol, which is all praises to our Father Yahweh, which means he exists. Bahasham, in the name Yahweh Shai, delivers in double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Zata Hoyam, this is Psalms chapter 68, and we'll get verse 17. It says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. All right. In which the chariots are what this world knows as UFOs, but we understand that they're so-called UFOs or so-called UAPs. All right, which that this world calls them, unidentified flying objects or uh, I believe it's unidentified aerial phenomenon. The so-called UAPs. But we understand that it's the angels, all right, and the vehicles of the Lord, all right. In the scriptures, are they're ultimately detailed as or known as the chariots, and at times the chariots cloak themselves as clouds. I'm gonna get that point real fast. This is Psalm chapter 104, and we'll get verse 3, and it says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. I'm reading it again. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. All right. And ultimately, again, it's our brothers, the angels, all right, the messengers of the Lord that ultimately ride in those chariots, all right, that ride in the clouds, all right, which are again the vehicles of the Lord, So let's get this as well. This is Isaiah Yashaya chapter 26, and we'll get verse 20. All right, and it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. All right, verse 20 again. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. All right, in which the Lord people is talking about the elect. All right, in which the elect of the nation of Yahshua Allah. All right, the Lord has a remnant that He's dealing with that's going to be delivered from the said perils. All right, and from the ultimate destruction. Because it's going to be a simultaneous deliverance as the ICBMs is hitting different various parts, chiefly America, Babylon the Great, upon the earth. All right, the elect is going to be beamed up, as that's taking place. All right, and they're going to be, they're going to see, they're going to witness the destruction. All right, through that glass. All right, in the chariots. They're going to get a front row seat, in the chariots. All right, but ultimately, the elect is going to be protected and guarded from the destruction that's coming upon the planet Earth. All right, so let's also get this. This is Zechariah chapter 5, and we'll start at verse 1. Zechariah 5:1, it says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. All right, verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thine eyes, and see what is this that goeth forth. All right, and the chariots are ultimately represent the downfall of our enemy's kingdom. All right, and that's ultimately why they try to label the chariots, all right, the clouds of the Lord, as so-called UAPs, so-called UFOs. You see, because if they said, hey, these are the people, or excuse me, these are the chariots of the Lord, those are the angels. Well, the question will be asked,